A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this reading, this collective reading. Let's find out what universe wants us to know. And I would be using my tarot cards for this one. And let's see how many messages we have. Most probably I will use a 6 cards reading. I would do a 6 card reading. So I'm picking onto the energy of people who have been feeling a bit stuck, a bit overwhelmed, restricted, trapped. But you're also going through a personal transition. You feel you have unfinished business, like you have some stuff to be done, and okay, this is the blocked energy of crown chakra. So crown chakra is basically you're not able to accept your destiny, you're not able to accept what's written for you, and that is leading to some kind of anger and resentment. You're not in a very bad place as well, I would like to say, but you're feeling stuck, and this feeling of being stuck is all right. You can have this feeling, but my readings, we are all trying to get to the point where we can get more solution oriented. I'm also being shown that some of you are stuck because of personal relationships, which is romantic connection. And you feel that if only your personal life was better or it was good, then you would be feeling better. Either you had family support, or you had good friends, or you had a good partner, then things would be better for you. And sometimes you also feel that maybe your career has not gone that far, or you could have done better in your career if you had the right support, if you had harmony. But what I'm being shown, you have a really good you have a luck factor with you, and I think you know it on and off, but you tend to forget about it. You're a very lucky person. Your life has lots of blessings, you have lots of bliss, but sometimes it could be someone's spell also. Maybe someone casted a spell on you or on your family, so harmony would never be there, peace would never be there. Someone could have been really jealous, and out of jealousy this person could be having a very negative focus. So when they met you, or when they saw you, or when either they know you for a while, they maybe always cast some negative energy, some negative imagination towards you, that this person should never do well. So one of the biggest things that some of these people do is, I always say, never let other people have any control on your life, on your destiny, because this is how people do destiny swap. Okay, not everyone is going to make you positive, not everyone is going to make you realize, let it go, let the anger go, forgive, let the grudges go. Most of the people are going to put you into a bad space. You know why? Because they don't want you to see how amazing you are, how great your life is. So you have divine love, you have bliss, you have harmony. If you compare yourself with a lot of people who have suffered, instead of comparing yourself with those people who are doing well, or maybe you've been making comparisons with the wrong aspect of their life. The same person who could have done great in something may not have achieved the same greatness in another department. So why make the comparison in the first place? So there could be a couple of things that you need to work on. Number one, if there are people who make you negative all the time, they don't let you forgive, they don't let you move on, try not to listen to them if you cannot avoid them. Second thing is, stop your comparisons and start looking at your blessings. You have got lots and lots of blessings. Change your focus. You need to change your focus. Only then you can change your imagination. And if you are not going to change your thoughts, imagination, I mean thoughts. You're not going to change your thoughts, you cannot channel the energy of receiving the good luck factor, because it's one thing to be born with good luck and it's one thing to be born with all the good things, but if you can't see it, if you're unable to see it, how are you going to reap the benefits of it? And so there could be black magic angle, there could be someone has casted a spell on you angle also. I'm just energetically picking onto this. When I do channelings and readings, collective especially, I pick onto these energies. So whosoever is listening, you can work through it, or else it could just be you're programmed in such a way. It's very interesting. Someone told me this once, and I kind of actually agree with it. People cannot cast a spell on you, people cannot do black magic on you if you're very, very strong. So they can only break you when you allow them to break you. Same way, if someone is doing a lot of drama in front of you and it doesn't bother you at all, like you don't care, you just see it as a comedy show, they cannot bother you. Someone is drunk and they're creating a scene in front of you, and if you don't care, what can they do? They'll max to max go and sleep. Max to max, they'll do something weird, and next day they will feel guilty about it themselves. So, in order to channel the energy of the Page of Pentacles, the positive energy of Page of Pentacles, which is strong root chakra, which is also energy of manifestation, in my opinion, you can always manifest, you can always quantum leap to a parallel reality where it's already pre-manifested. So let's say you need money, and this is, people say it's easiest to manifest money, but it looks very hard. And really pure-hearted people don't even ask God for money. God will give you whatever you need without asking for it, because you're not going to take it from here. So why keep extra burden? Why keep extra money if you don't even need it? Because that extra is also not good energy. Look at all the big names of this planet. They're unhappy. They're so rich. They're rich, attractive. They've got all the beauty related stuff happening for them. Beauty or handsome men, beautiful women, handsome men. They've got name, fame, blah, blah, blah. But they're so unhappy. They are like anybody else if you actually sit down with them and have a cup of tea. Why it is like that? Because they like to hoard. Hoarding, but they're organized hoarders. I call them organized hoarders. They've got like a 3 BHK apartment just to keep the bags or just to keep the shoes. They've like one big room where they have all these fancy bags. But that's also hoarding. That's the energy of keeping things that you don't even need or keeping too much. And then that energy will be drained out from somewhere else. And that's why they need to make so much effort to be better than the rest, but no two fingerprints match at the best. So everybody is different. Every individual is here to play. We are all here. This is God's beautiful playground. This is all Ram and Sita's universe. It's Vishnu and Lakshmi's universe. They are the preservers of this planet. And when you look at them, if you ever look at their picture, you'll see that they are themselves, they're not sitting in a palace or something. They're on the huge ocean, the Bhav Sagar, the Sheer Sagar, the ocean of milk, which means abundance. And they're not sitting on a bed or a fancy room. They are literally resting on Sheshnag, a snake, a huge snake. And Lakshmi ji, who's very abundant, she's beautifully dressed with jewelry. And Vishnu ji is lying down like this. She's pressing his feet, and he's sleeping on Sheshnag, and he's in this very relaxed posture. And then these people get reincarnated as Ram and Sita. They go to planet Earth, and you see them walking in the forest, bare feet, eating whatever they can manage to eat in the forest, with a smile on their face, with a calmness on their face. So abundance is an inner thing, okay? You can be really happy. You can be a very happy, content, satisfied person. That is being rich. And then you attract whatever you need. without holding on to any excess baggage, excess stuff. If you need a house to live in, God will give you a good house to live in. If you need money in your bank account, God will give it to you. If you need to buy something, according to me, I feel very blessed, not when I have lots of money in my bank account, but if I can pay the bills, if I can pay people. Anybody who comes to me says, Sunamun, I want you to pay me this much. Okay, here. If I want it, if I can afford it. That is being abundant. You can get what you want when you need it. It's the true meaning of abundance. And then you can get gifts also. People are going to act as mediums, and this also doesn't mean you should just take whatever people are giving to you. But let's say you need to go to some place. It's important for you to go to, let's say, Kathmandu, but you don't have the money to go to Kathmandu. However, your sister comes along and she says, hey, what's up? And you say, I want to go to Kathmandu, but I'm a little short on cash. Oh, really? I need to, and hear me out. This has actually happened with me, so good example. I need to get some work done at Kathmandu. I need to send like a parcel or something, but I have a job and I cannot go there. I'll do your ticket, you help me with my job, and you can go to Kathmandu. So this is like a deal. It's not like someone is just doing something completely free also for you. You're helping them, they're helping you. And then there can be situations when people actually step up and they provide for you. And you can also provide for other people. So anyway, the Page of Pentacle energy is the bearer of good news, especially for materialistic things, money, education, business. So in order to channel this energy, you need to look at your blessings. You need to feel the blessings. Like instead of just theoretically writing down stuff, repeating stuff, saying affirmations that you don't believe in. And I'm not even saying don't do it at all, because then some people say, oh, I don't want to believe in affirmations, so I will not do anything. No, you have to do it, but you have to do it in a different way. You have to believe in it. Every time a negative thought comes to you, you have to make an effort to ignore it. Let it be. I don't want to focus on this. This is too much for my energy, Now, I see what I saw as reverse 6 of swords. I see it here again, 8 of swords. Same feeling is repeating. So why is this repeating? Is because you have to also be persistent at your inner work and not focusing on negative thoughts. Because as I said, if you're in low frequency, entities can attack you, people can cast spells on you, bad things can bother you, nightmares can affect you, even in your dream space, you're not getting rest. So 8 of swords means you are the one who has the power to remove the blindfold, and your handcuffs are not even that strong. You just get out of it, walk away. You can walk away anytime. You can walk away anytime, okay? So these are your self-imposed restrictions. Please hear me out. You are putting self-imposed restrictions on you. Victim mentality. Stop being a victim. You're not a victim. Okay? It's all in your hands. And another energy which I can see is 10 of Swords. Now here the 10 of Swords is positive because it's also telling you to surrender. It's like, let it go. You're in pain. You're in pain because you're not letting it go. Let it go. Once you let it go, whatever amount of grieving you need to do, you do it and then you let it go. Something happened in your life, something ended, you got aware of some deep wounds, you have gone through betrayal, you've gone through loss, and now you can't move. But the next card is Page of Swords, which is a very young and very vitality is there. So imagine right after 10 of Swords, which is zero vitality to so much vitality. It's a matter of shift. It's a matter of switch. You just put on the switch and instantly you will be out of it. And if you ask me, you have to make a little bit of effort. You have to just look around you, around your space, organize your space. If you don't have the energy, just do a little bit. Do something that you really enjoy, do something that you really love. Put on a nice dress, put on some nice makeup. If you're a man, dress up, go out for a walk. Just talk to some positive people. Look around your space. If it needs to be cleaned up, clean it up. Do something that will make you feel good. And do not let the pain overpower you. And I think this is where I'm going to close this reading, because with Page of Swords as the final card to this, it's all in the mind is what I'm being told. Because you know what I'm being shown, you're actually very lively. You've got good thinking, quick thinking. You're a very logical and very cool person, whosoever I'm reading it for. You're actually a very cool person, but you get into the Meena Kumari mode. As I was talking about this really sad Bollywood actress, she's very talented. She was very talented and she was a very cool lady. But because of matters of not heart. This is where I'm going to close this collective reading, which is telling me the main point is that you need to find a new way of communicating. But communicating with who? It's not about other people. You need to find a new way of communicating with yourself. Because the way you have been communicating or talking to yourself, it is stopping you from expressing, being yourself, being who you are and loving who you are. If you need a personal session or if you're looking for therapy, then you can check out my description box. All details are given over there. You can also get my book only on Amazon Kindle, because that's where you get the latest edited version. It's In the Name of Love, where love is spelled as LUUV. You can also become my Patreon and join this channel as a member to get free live readings and channelings. Check out the one that I did yesterday. It's pretty cool and it can help a lot of people, I hope. So see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and Victory to Ram.